Welcome back to Old Man Gaming, where we're here, leaderboard 19, and as you can see, I've already gotten a bit of a few ounces of gold. But I just remembered, luckily I did. Oh, but let's do this. That I was going to need money to rent it after midnight, so I need to go back. But what I wanted to do is get enough uh, gold to also purchase. Oh, purchase the fast travels. That's what I'm doing. That's probably about, besides more gas anyway, about the only thing I'm going to spend this money on. Well, shoot. We'll have to see, because I would like to buy the water tower as well. Kind of something I always do. I have to think about that. But right now I know I'm buying the fast travel at least. I mean, because that's almost 200k out of the 1.4. It's probably like 1.4. Wait. That's the no. There we go. That's a long way around. We'll go this way. So out of the 1.4, which will probably be like 1.5, 1.6 the very, very most, but I highly doubt it. Well, it'd be close to 1.6 million. So, and so I'm thinking, what all can, damn. Thinking, what do I need to buy? Or what can I buy and what do I need to rent? Because obviously I'm just going to go right up to tier 5. I'm not going to dork around, like I said earlier. Seems like I hit something. I don't know. Weird stuff in these roads. Wait a second. Now we're going too far. Because this is the bridge right here. Don't mind me, I can't drive this thing. It's the snow, people. It really is. Yeah, that's my excuse. Alright, I like this bridge. It's really cool. Like a mini map would almost be kind of cool on this game, but I know they don't have one. Probably will never make one, so it's only a hope and a dream. Mostly a hope that will never be fulfilled. On the bright side of things, we're at the blacksmith. Might be the last time we drive here. Not might be, it should be the last time we drive here. But just load it. Glad I came here a little early. I was gonna wait till 10. I was like, but I'm not sure how long all this stuff is gonna take me. So I thought I better just get out here in case we only had enough to do 50 ounces. That's enough. We only needed like, I don't know, 25 ounces maybe at the max, but oh, that's so fast. I love it. This one we'll take with us, just as a souvenir. I'll probably drive all through town, picking up all the, at least most of the fast travel spots. Oh, that's beautiful. No, it's 1.8 million. Can't really buy it anyway. I was thinking, what if we bought this claim and then just mined it out? But that doesn't really work. Nah, I'll wait for another time. I'm gonna... Right here. Whoa, turn me all around. Wait, what? Okay, fine, I will. Why my mouse wouldn't, like, activate then? Kind of weird. Since we're so close, I'll drive back over to the not a gas station, blacksmith. In fact, I think I'll... Okay, that's unlocked. I think I'll just go mill or smelt the rest, whatever you want to call it. Smelting, milling, 58. What do we have? Like 110 ounces? I'll have to look, maybe. So I can just remember. Yeah, I'm set up for, you know, a couple nights, plus we're gonna have to... Well, that's the other thing. While we're here, we might as well buy them too. Okay, so we're gonna have to... I was thinking we'll just go up to the go back to camp and do some things, but we should buy at least, well, we'll buy two. Like two of the drill bits. I think I generally run through between 3 and 6, but I'll start with this. I mean, this is the best time to buy them, for the most part. Yeah, I think that's as much as we'll go for now. Then we don't have to come back here for a while. Just be sitting there drilling, making some money. Let's run to the bank. I might as well just run to the gas station then. Spent all this time in town. Ah, feels good to have money. After playing hard mode and having like $0 all the time. I think I'd rather go back the other way. Over here. Just thinking. I think the road down this way is faster. So. I know I could have gotten the one over by the, whatchamacallit. Oh, dang, I did it again. I forget we gotta go down here. over by the inn, but we won't be using the inn for a while, so it doesn't really matter that I don't have it. Oh, there's a fence there, just so you know. I found it. Darn it. Little truck can't get around this corner very well. But luckily, this is the last time we're driving. This is one part I think so many people do not like about about any game. You know, like every game that has some sort of fast travel, it's kind of one of the first things people buy. I don't blame them. Like, you know, this is like, it's fun for the first time or two, trying to figure out where it's at and learning the maps and all that. But if you don't have to, then why would you? Of course, going down this way, actually, we should stop and get that other page because we won't come back here again. So might as well pick it up if we're gonna do it. Wasn't it somewhere here? No, it was much closer to the much closer to the claim, I believe. We got the one right down here, but I think there's still one more. Down here somewhere, maybe. I didn't see the things pop up yet, so. Are we already at the claim, so it's not going to be anywhere here, so. Let's just get the claim, make sure to remember to pick up the fast travel, which is right here. Boom, we're good to go. Oh, we're golden. All right, we're just going to leave that guy there and get back to what we were doing. Oh, whoops, wrong one. So what I was doing here was the drill dance, as you can see, just back and forth. Let's the other people, other drills around know that I'm ready to dig for gold. Kidding. Now I've noticed, and maybe you could help me if you are playing and want to check it as well, but I've noticed every time I find a square that has a like over 10 ounces of, like it gives you a nugget that's 10 ounces or more, it tends to like have a lot of nuggets in it. So this one that was like 10 something, so I'm drilling it all out. I gotta just go around the top, I think. Then I'll move back on to just punching holes in one hole per square as I go around until we find some more. They have 10 or more. I already missed one. Well, let's not call it miss, but I already skipped one because I was just thinking I want to drill them all out once and then come back, but I don't remember which ones have. Or I won't remember by then which ones had 10 ounce or higher nuggets or not. So, but yeah, give it a try. Let me know if you're going to do a bunch of drilling like me. I mean, I've done, I think this is my 6th leaderboard, and all but one of them I spent at least 5 hours or so. Nope, there's the midnight hour. Good thing we got the money to pay for that. Yeah, I've done at least 5 hours of not renting, but drilling on each one. Some of them even longer when there was like no cap. I would drill until I had money for all of my tier 5 and to buy the claim, and that was like hours and hours of drilling. It was kind of crazy. Kind of nice in a sense they put this cap on, because then you just have to move on and do something else. You can't like drill for eternity. Of course, when you're drilling, you're not getting on the leaderboard either, but you're getting ahead in a way that you'll have better equipment than some people. Possibly. There's crazy people that go out and rent everything or get a stupid big freaking loan and go to town with tier 5 right away. I mean, well, you still have to drill some to get the money to rent it, but you know, they rent this. And I almost wonder if I should do that. Not dangerous, because if I need some cash at the end of the day or near the end of the day, we just like pop in here and drill for a bit, but I don't know. I also remember this is the first day of the month, I mean of the season, so you can't even drill anyway, or you can't dig anyway. But it wouldn't be a bad day to go setting up shop, you know. But yeah. Oops, come on. I want to hit the wrong button here. So I figured I'd hit a few more on this side. I think I started somewhere in the middle here on this, but I'm about ready to take off and start running through these just one at a time now. If you can't tell, it's kind of dark. I do have one of my skins on for this machine. I also have the dump truck. I have bulldozer. I forget what other ones I got, so we'll have to see. Whichever one it was from last season, I think that was for like the wave table, I believe it was. I can't remember. And again, as always, I don't remember what, or I don't know what the I'm actually reading it, but it doesn't say in the update what the, that, or I'm missing it somewhere. Could be me, but I don't see in the patch notes anything about what the skin is. Maybe that's on Discord. I haven't checked there yet, so. Alright, so this one I'm going to drill kind of in the corner here, since we are kind of close to the edge there. But I want to tell me to not drill in stupid. Yay, 6 ounces. That's always nice. So we've drilled about 110 ounces, I guess. I haven't drilled this row here. I think if I'll drill this row and then we'll start back at the top. Maybe, I don't know. I've drilled a bit in the back there. Drilling. Whoops, let's do this way. Like this row, it's, yeah, it's, well, I might go the next row over too. So we'll go down this row, go up that row, and then we'll go from there. Four. Still kind of trying to think of the exact strategy I want to go. All right, so I'm actually kind of chatting with a friend in and we might have a conversation. Like he might come in and we'll be chilling, talking while we drill, because he's also playing the game, and there he is saying yes, he'd like to join. So let me just send the talk invite. We'll get set up. So I'll be hang out with me for just a sec. When he answers, it's AI Roadkill. It's my friend. He's got a great channel as well. As we're waiting on AI Roadkill, so we'll see what happens. But we can discuss some strategy and stuff. I don't hear you. Are you there? You hear me, but I don't hear you. Is that how it goes? Wonder what's up. Let me see. All right, sorry, I paused the game for a bit, trying to get the audio working for the chat, and it's just not working. He did just get a new mic, so maybe it's the settings were, not quite there yet. So, yeah, guess I'll sit here and talk to myself since no one else to talk to. But y'all are listening, so it's all good. And then please check out his channel. That is AI Roadkill. Good guy, good friend. He's from America. And yeah, got a lot of cool stuff on his site, on his channel. So definitely check him out, help him grow, give him a sub. So I thought I had unpaused it, and I drilled down the other side of that one there, so you didn't miss a whole lot. In fact, you probably wouldn't mind me just cutting out all the drilling, because no one wants to see. Okay, so this square has 14. We're gonna drill a bit in this one. It is quite close to the edge, so I don't know how much in here we can get, but we're gonna give it a go. We'll start off over here somewhere. I'm gonna guess we may end up hitting the... But here's the thing, I've gotten gold nuggets even when it tells me I can't dig in the terrain. Like it gives me this terrible message right here. So I'm gonna continue. Drill around even if I get that message. Let's see, we got 14 ounces out of this square. Let's see if we can get more. That'll be quite nice. There it is, 6 ounces. I said we got 7, 4, 2. I just said what we have and I don't remember, so we'll just go with 20 right now. And I did this once before we 16, so that's 36 ounces already. Beautiful. So I think my theory is correct, but you be the judge. You try it yourself and see. But one of the games I was digging around or drilling around like this, and I was waiting for all my employees to level up, so I'm just like waiting day by day, but I had to like cover my costs as well, because it's like 20, I think it was 20K per day to have them. I began with like, I didn't want to lose any more money. So every day I would just like, okay, I'm going to drill 1 square, and I'm going to drill until I have, not 1 square, but I'm going to drill like this in each square, and every day I'm going to go until I have 20, like about 20 ounces of gold. Pay for the workers. So that's exactly what I did. I found if you just drill every square like this, you will generally average about 20 ounces of gold per square. You do get lucky, and on squares, say like this one, you can get anywhere from 50 to, I think I got like 120 ounces in one square. So, but the average I would say is about 20 ounces of gold. Don't take my word for it. Test it yourself. This is, I mean, in the end, this is how I dig. I hit about every outline or yellow line there. So about 4 up on each on the outside and 1 in the middle. And you get to your gold cap pretty fast. And you generally don't need to go to like some other flame to do some more digging or drilling. Although sometimes I like to just gotta get bored. So we're now at 49 ounces out of this square. So this is, I'm recording it right after the last one I just did. Since I have a little time today, I probably should be packing, but I figured I'll make one more. So we say 56, 55 ounces. I figured I'd make one more video, kind of get ahead of the schedule for myself. So I think I have a different video for tomorrow. I could post this one maybe on Saturday when I know for sure I'll probably have no time to play the game. Because that's the day we'll move all of our big stuff. Rent a truck or a van, a moving van, and see how much we can get into there. How many times I think our average, I'm just putting like a probably 2.5 hour trip around for loading, unloading, and driving, because it's about it's almost 40 minutes to drive there, so we're already spending like an hour and 20 minutes just driving. And then it's generally, depends on how big the stuff is, but it's like a half hour to load up a truck. I've done this enough to know kind of how it is. Like, in fact, I just moved our office a month or so ago. Right now, we don't own an office for our business, so everything's in storage. I don't know. I don't remember it being this expensive in America, but we have like 5 meters by 5 meters, which is like, I don't know, maybe 10 feet by 10 feet, something like that. It's pretty close, I would guess. In fact, I think it's a bit longer than it is. Anyhow, it's like almost $300 a month. So it's just like kind of crazy stupid. All right, well, that's enough. We got like 55 ounces out of this one square. I'm very happy about that. Can't complain at all. We're already near 200 ounces pulled out of the ground. So it's a good day already so far. If I play for another hour or two, who knows? We could have most of the gold. I think I still have not nailed this number down, but it's either 200 ounces per hour or it's 400 ounces per hour. I mean, if we're pulling out 50 ounces a square, it's going to not be too long, but we did kind of start on at 0 here. We can kind of use this video as a bit of a marker to see. Maybe I'll have to look at it later, and if I remember, of course, because like got a pretty insane 4 or 5 days coming up. I'm moving. I still, work a full-time job. Have to move 2 girls into a new school. Well, our 7-year-old is moving schools, which I don't think will be too hard. We just take her to school, drop her off. But our 4-year-old is moving to a new daycare. Although I don't think we have a spot for her yet in the new, we're not moving far away per se, but it's far enough away they have to change schools and daycares. And here in Finland, daycare is, unless you go to private daycare, that is, it's just done by the state. You call them up, say I'm moving, and then you try to get them into a daycare. Now we did try to get them into a private daycare, but there was no room, so we do have to just go with the public ones, which is fine. They're fine. The private one we were going to put her in was simply because some of her friends were there. And this particular one is somewhat funded by the government, so it's not like an extra charge for us, but again, they were out of room. We'll have her in there next year. We have to find a new one. Like I said, so we're waiting on the government has 2 weeks to help us find a spot. So who knows? My 4-year-old daughter might be at home for the next 2 weeks until we find her a spot in daycare. But she's relatively easy at home. I'm sure she'll be pretty excited with moving into the new house and everything. Our 7-year-old went out with my wife the other night when I did some recording, and she loves the house. It's a really cool house, and it's really big. I mean, in comparison to what we have here, it's I think double the size, which is nice. We need it for our family. I think now pretty much everyone can have their own room. Except for me, still have to share with my wife for some reason. I don't know why. and then our 2 daughters, they will share a room, but they like sharing rooms. They wouldn't, at least I know the 4-year-old would be scared to have her own room, so. Plus it also helps keeps their toys cleaner if they're all in one room instead of 2 rooms, so. But they're really excited. They really don't care about sharing rooms, so. Getting some good nuggets. I mean, they're not bad. Like I said, though, when we find another one that gives us 10, 15 ounces, we're going to drill all the way around that one as well. That one's not very cool. So I guess they didn't hear me last time I was saying, but I was thinking, they really want to get people just digging and spending time, and that's it. Then they could make this drill, I mean, still make us drill, because I think it's a great part of the game. But make it so you just, if for instance you drilled every hole in this claim, you would end up at the gold cap, But it's a lot more random right now, so. I do believe we're going to do a bit of digging on this claim for a while. I mean, I don't know how big the cleanups are going to be. They're going to have to be pretty big, though. And even renting 2 pieces of equipment's like 60 or 70K. And then so what I'm hoping to do, if I have enough money, is to at least buy the trommel and the 2 jigs, or well, they're not planter boxes either. What's the last one now? I cannot think of what the last one, but you know what I'm talking about anyway. Everyone calls them a jig, so yeah, that's what I would do, and then just rent the Glacial Creek. So depending on how much they cost, I have a spreadsheet. I should probably try to find it. I found it somewhere before. I don't remember now. All right, here's our next square. We're gonna go to the corner and just drill away. And we got 13 ounces. I'm gonna try to remember that. I have a mine like a steel trap. Rusty, illegal in 25 states. So trying to think of. Now, if you know where that reference from, you're a bit older and you're like me, and it was a cool game. But I don't know how many people know what I'm referencing. But it is a reference, and hopefully someone will get it. I don't think I got it quite right. But it was something like that. All right, big money, big money. Show me the money. As you can see, you don't really have to even change your position too much. You just, but I do like to work around the thing and we're actually getting pretty low on fuel. All good though. I try to drill by each of these lines. I know I said that earlier, but this one isn't yielding as much as the other one yet. I sometimes find you have to go most of the way around the square, and then all of a sudden you'll start like hitting the big nuggets. So let's see what we get. Yeah, okay, I was like, did we even get into this? Yeah, we did. Trying to kind of get right around the edges, but we'll see. Oh, now I have to kind of... I don't have to kind of anything. I know which way I'm going. All of a sudden, for a split second, I was like, oh crap, I don't remember which way I was going. Come on, show me some money. We just got started. Like be finding at least one by now. Ink. Oh, I feel so cheated. Wow, I'm surprised. Trying to get right into the corner, but I think we'll miss it. It's all good. Yeah, where's my money at? Come on. Wow, this thing is not giving up the gold as it should. Feeling very cheated right now. Maybe I should dig a little further away from the... I don't know. Finally. We're at 13, so there's like 20, we could say 25 because they both had some at the end, so 25 is a good number. There's actually like a ton of nodes inside each of these squares, so that's why you can just keep doing this and get a lot of gold out of it generally. Yay, more. Ooh, that's a good one. So 30, 41 ounces already? Bam. That's the money. Like, we were right at 100 and it was 13, so it's actually more. It's more like 28. Not 28. 30. Let me see. So it's 13 plus 25 is 30. That's 41. 41, 51, 55. I think my theory's right. I'm just saying. 2 squares in this video and it yielded 100 ounces at least. Easy. Actually, probably like 110 ounces. Just gotta go across the top here and we'll be back on our little trek across the map. And even if I hit gold cap here, I'll keep going until I'm done with the map because it's like it's really big. It's, you know, I don't know if I know we're at what, about 239 ounces, maybe 250. So I would say at least less than 900 to go. And another 14 ounces. We're at like 66 ounces here. And I was adding a little bit in my head, yes. Like I said, we got 13 ounces, which put us right at 100. So we know it's 53 plus 13. So that's how I'm doing the math. Or that's how I got to 66 ounces. $66, $70. Oh, there it goes. It's 73. We still got about 3 more drills to put in. Be awesome if we get like 100 ounces out of this one. I'll cut my work down. Well, not really. Because I have to drill this whole place out so I know where the gold is. I don't know how to dig in this place to be efficient, so I will admit that I have rarely dug on this claim. Maybe once, and that was because it was a start map for leaderboard. But yeah, I think I only dug kind of into the middle a little bit, and then it was it. But if I remember right, kind of setup this has is it's got some well, let's see what we get here. But okay, we'll check out the goal map now. Oh, wait, I guess we have to go to the right one. Yeah, see, so it's got like section here that's like gold, and then I think there's like a block that's like lengthwise this way, and then another set over here, and here in the middle it's just kind of garbage dirt. Okay, 500 isn't bad, but tier 5 we should be pulling, you know, we could pull out a 300 or 400 ounce clean up here. Yeah, this area's not too bad. And there is a little bit of... There's none there, so this is good. It's 10 meters, so we probably can't get to the bottom. But that's okay. Wasn't really looking to get to the bottom anyway. I think now... No, we gotta just... Like we've already gone down this road, but let me see. 338. I should have stayed in there, right? Like, yes, 338. I can't be this one. I think we're here. We're right around here, so 389. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we got like a few more going, and I thought we've done a bit of this row here. So. I started doing up there, and then I was like, oh, I gotta move over to this row, move over to this. So I've done a few digs. But let's see how far we get here. Hopefully this isn't too boring for you. Like, it's not the coolest gameplay, that's for sure. We're about to run out of gas. Let's see. Can probably get a few more squares in, then maybe I'll drive it to the back where we have to start again. And then we'll get rolling. And not big enough to do the whole square. Okay, so my guess is we've been at this particular video currently for 48 minutes, 49. And so probably about 200 ounces per hour. So if you think of it in that sense, then could be might be a little more, I don't know. I think we're almost 385. I'd check anyway, even though it's... Well, we've gone quite a bit. We need to go down here further. All right. Let's see. No, we don't want to drill here. We'll just drive it to the back here and then we'll fill it up. We'll start on this next row here. I think we've got some in this row too, don't we? Oops, I'm pushing buttons I shouldn't. No, 354. Yeah, that's probably the first one we can drill into anyway. Like, reliably anyway. We could maybe get like a... That sounds kind of funny now. Maybe it's just, it's really quiet. I don't know. There's the... crazy angles here. I mean, I guess I did this the hard way. I could have just driven it over here. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh well, no big deal. Yeah, well, we're not going to leave him on for too long. Fill this guy up. Oh, in the truck, you could see right through into the battery there. It's kind of weird. Right. Another round of digging. I mean, at some point I need to hook this up anyway, because, well, I guess the truck isn't turned on, so. This is a crazy place, though, like, yeah, that works for me. Did we drill this one? I don't remember. I know. I know, I have a fabulous memory. And you know what else? I'm special, too. That's what my mom says. Special kind of guy. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, this is all I'm going to be doing for a couple hours, so. Oh, whoops. I'm pushing all the wrong buttons again. Just need to get the drill to come. I see even this one has like an extra kind of place you could almost set up a wash plant. I wonder if you could actually set the wash plant up there and make it work. I don't know. I mean, it's not that far from that one, but it's kind of the other side of the... Like, it was over there, it'd be kind of cool, actually. I hope we get some really good, well, you know, decent gold areas. And since I don't know how the bedrock looks on this claim, so I'd be wrong in saying it'd be cool to just come from the side over here and dig out that section, but could be the wrong idea altogether. All right. There we go. Well, I think at this point I'm going to let you go. But when we reconvene, maybe I'll have all the gold I need and we'll start setting up shop and start digging. So if not, I guess we'll continue drilling in the next episode. We'll see where it goes and how much time I've got to play. Like I said, I'm moving today, or not today, but this weekend. Today I'm packing. Some of those things that normally take several hours, I'm going to do now. We've got like 20 boxes here at the house, or at the apartment. We've got about 8 or 9 at the house. We've even emptied some. So I think we can get all the little junk into boxes. And we're pretty close to having that already. So it's, you know, there's still a few places. There's like a closet under the stairs. I have a utility closet that I have a bunch of junk in I gotta go through. I have a feeling I might just throw a lot of it away. But yeah, I'm gonna probably have to stop here soon and get packing. So Saturday and Sunday is an easy, or fairly easy day. I mean, they're not gonna be easy because I'm moving everything, but this one had 8 ounces, so I'm gonna go ahead and drill around and see what we get. But again, thank you for watching. If you're brand new, please subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.